With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down. Here's Burrow. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. On the delay, it's Mixon. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down. At the
2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah.
Burrow's
that throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Well, this is a new concept. It's 3rd down, but they've got the punt unit on. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. So that'll back them up 5. Screen shows 3rd down, but they've got the punt team out there. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Forced out to his left. Burrow. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here's more on the return. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
To throw is Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30-yard line. Jackson now. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know what's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the 10, 1st and goal. They go back to the ground now with Eckler, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. The handoff, it's Eckler. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
5 yards.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Jackson will keep it, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Ravens have taken the early lead.
Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play. Yeah.
That too.
Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's going to air it out deep for Green, and that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And able to find Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
Gain on the play.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. He'll find the rookie from Clemson, T. Higgins.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 33.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now it's Burrow. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals grab it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's going deep for it's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Bengals nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Burrow will throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Jackson buying time to his left. But now he's going to use his legs. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the 1st down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Austin Eckler. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and which you also have to go.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. He's picked off at his own 47. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. On the give, this is Eckler. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
12-yard line.
Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Jesse Bates on the coverage.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker now for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Ravens 28, Bengals 0.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a 1st half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a...
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
loss of a
I
yard.
don't care if you're taking it in round one, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-up.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
28, Joe Mixon.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
8-yard line.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. T.J. Green with a pick. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. A very solid gain of 27. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. From the gun, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. The 20. And it's 6 points for the Baltimore Ravens. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
Kickoff for Baltimore.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
first down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Burrow with a throw caught by Green. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
A.J. Green.
Nice catch there by A.J. Green, and at the beginning of his career, a perennial Pro Bowl receiver. Been dinged up a little bit the last 2 years, but now he gets a fresh start without his friend and quarterback, Andy Dalton. His leadership will be key.
And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down.
Coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
I got you, son. I got you, son. Ready? 55. Drop deep, drop deep.
Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. And that was Carlos Dunlap who got in to take him down.
And that's something that he does consistently. Puts quarterbacks on the ground. And Carlos Dunlap, maybe not a household name around the NFL, but everyone knows he comes to play each and every year. He hasn't had less than 7.5 sacks since 2012, had 9 in 2019.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. You at. Hold on.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
Flushed out right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. And we're in Baltimore, 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. He's going to air one out. Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
First and 10.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at their own 44. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Second and 10. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's second and 10. Here's Burrow. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Intended for John.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. Third and 10. And this will be caught at the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
A gain of 20.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a first and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. That's taken in by Higgins. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Brings up second and 11 at the Ravens' 29-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. To the air again, Burrow. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive first and 10 in the fourth quarter. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Escaping the pressure right. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
The ball carrier.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3.
7-yard pickup. Brings up second and 3.
Check 13. Check 13. Kill. Watch out. 60 Bison.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Gain of 3 on the play. First down, Cincinnati.
Now Burrow on first down, being chased out left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Second and 10 now, Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20-yard line. And Burrow going to throw again. And that is caught, but the bank judge right there to say incomplete. Rookie wideout T. Higgins, his intended receiver. Third down here.
On the coverage.
Again, it's Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And Bullock will put this one through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Yeah, he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
7 makes it 3rd and 2.
He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A couple of third-year guys, couple of Pro Bowlers. Jackson to Andrews for the Ravens first. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run here with Eckler. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Austin Eckler, the ball carrier. DJ Reader brought him down. It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Baltimore, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, the calendar changed October didn't help as they dropped to 0-5 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.